Friends, which was a documentary made about Mosab's life. Goes in depth, in great detail about his story, his journey with Israeli intelligence services, and is just really eye-opening. And then afterwards, we'll be doing a Q&A as well as a book signing. So for those of you who are interested in getting a signed copy of Mosab's autobiography, it's going to be available tomorrow night at Pursuit Snohomish. We have limited copies, but I promise you won't want to miss that event. Hey, let me share something just real briefly off the top, and I think it's very important for our Pursuit people, our church people to hear me tonight. It's very important. One of the values of our house is that we want to honor where people are at on their faith journey, even if they aren't in the exact position we're in today. Because here's the reality. Listen, you're a work in progress. I got 3 amens, but that's true. You're a work in progress. And what I try to do in my life and in this community, I'm praying for people and working with people all the time. They're not where I'm at. After 30 years of following the Lord, they're not where I'm at. But I want to work with them where they're at on their faith journey, because I believe that God gives grace to where we're at and continues to lead us. The scripture says, watch, the Spirit will lead us to what? Into all truth. I was having a conversation with my nine-year-old the other day, and he asked me, do you think God has laser eyes? I said, what do you mean? So I was watching a movie and I saw a superhero with laser eyes. Do you think God has laser eyes? And I was like, I've never read that in the Bible, so I'm not sure, Matthew. But whatever he has is probably a little better than laser eyes. So I don't sit with him and rebuke him and get all upset because he doesn't understand every piece of theology that I have after years of study and things of that. But I honor where he's at on the journey. And I think it's important for us tonight to recognize that when God begins to work in a person's heart, begins to transform their life, that there's a process of awakening and a process of faith that they go through. And in doing so, the best thing that we can do is encourage and cheer people along. Keep going, keep walking, keep searching, because I'm confident that God is a lot better at doing his job than we are at trying to do his job. We have this all the time, even when I invite guest speakers from different traditions, different denominations. Some are more prophetic, more apostolic, more evangelistic, and well, they don't talk exactly like you. Yeah, that's the point. You get me all the time. You're sick of me. And what we try to do is introduce and expose people here in this community so we can honor where they're at on their journey of faith, and in doing so, encourage them. I was so encouraged tonight to hear Mosab say, it's been years since I spoke in a church. And I'm glad to be here tonight. And for me as a pastor who leads a church, it's sad to hear that when a person is coming out of all sorts of crazy backgrounds that, by the way, you and I literally could never understand. I know you think your life is tough because Starbucks is, the line was long at the drive-thru, okay? But your life is not tough. And it grieves me literally as a pastor to hear that churches would try to castigate or turn against Mosab because he might not be exactly where they're at that very moment. What if we just encourage people with where they're at and cheered them on to keep going? Why? Because that's what God's done for you. Listen, this is no secret. I'm an unapologetic believer in Jesus, the way, the truth, and the life. No man comes to the Father except by him. And at the same time, what I'm willing to do is work alongside people from all sorts of different backgrounds to become all things to all men that we might win some, to display the kindness and goodness of God. And in doing so, cheer people on. I think most people in our world, honestly, are one discouragement away from giving up or one encouragement away from making it. And I really believe that it's not just important that Mosab is speaking to our church tonight, but I think it's important even that he's here, because I think that our community can add that layer of encouragement to say thank you for being a bold and a strong voice.
Thank you.
And I assume, Mosab, this will probably be a church experience you don't soon forget. And we're just so excited for you to be here.